Hey there, Five Scar Life followers. Welcome to another edition. I think this is edition two, but I just wanted to share some of the things that have happened this week. And one thing that I can really say for sure is I'm off my plateau. Plateaus suck. I think we've all had them. I'm just now experiencing them for the first time, and I'm not liking it. And here I was, I thought after getting my five scars that it would just be a straight rocket down, a rocket ship right down to my goal weight. And this is my first plateau. And I stayed there for 3 weeks, 2 to 3 weeks. Was not happy about it. I sat there like this doing on the scale, right? Um, but I'm past it. I did have a talk with a dietitian about it, and it turns out that I was eating too much too late. Um, so I wanted to kind of contemplate that and read into that a little bit. And so, part of, working on the journey, right? So, Conquer Your Food Addiction. Um, Great book. I'm only about halfway through it, but there was something that kind of coincidentally, as I'm reading this and listening to the dietitian, it clicked. And we've probably all known some of this stuff for years, right? And it's just now our time uh, for it to connect, for it to click, whatever it is. So I want to kind of uh, read something to you guys. A different amount of energy is required during sleep than during the normal day when you carry around your full weight. So at dinner time, you usually only need enough fuel to keep your heart and lungs working while you sleep. The burning of stored fat does that just fine. A log indicates the dinner meal is too abundant. Many eat too much too late. Do you do either or both? You'll find it in your log. And this is the section that was talking about keeping a log and why you should. And I gotta admit, I'll do good on a log for like 3 weeks, and then I'm off for a week, and then I think back, I gotta get back on it. And one thing, sorry about that, I just yawned. Uh, One thing the book commented on: when participants resist keeping a log, I remind them what they're doing, not keeping a log, and how that isn't working in life so far. I got to get better at keeping a log, right? Um, I do find that when I keep a log, I feel like I'm definitely much more in control. Um, but sometimes at the end of the day, I just don't feel like catching up on things, and I just want to crash on the couch. But that's going to be one thing that I'm going to be doing this week. I'm going to really try to make sure. Now the new year's over, I have no excuses. Right, it's a normal work day. I'm going to really try to keep up on that. But there was another couple things that I wanted to share out of this book that was just really cool. And this was a quote by Jacob Broad. I'm not sure who that is, but consider how hard it is to change yourself, and you'll understand what little chance you have of changing others. I tell you what, there's more times at work that I'll run into that jerk or somebody who needs some changing, and I'll think, man, if they would just do this or just do that, and then a quote like this, in the book, really kind of brings it home, and I enjoy those moments of clarity because it really does help humble me a little bit. Like, all right, maybe I'm not so perfect. Um, Proof of the five scars, I guess, years and years of bad habits. Um, Now I'm feeling much better. I'm feeling a little bit more energetic, a little more lighter on my knees. The last thing I'll quote, and then we can chit chat. Um, Don't discuss your weight loss program with anyone. If they could have helped you earlier, they would have. And I thought that was kind of a big situation, right? Um, we all say, I'm going to start this diet, and we say it out loud, and we hope we have a friend that commits to us. Sorry about that. It's at the end of the day. And, the commitment lasts for a while, or, they'll say, don't do that, don't eat that. And you kind of blow them off after a while, right? I think this is definitely a personal journey for myself and probably for you too. And when that personal journey is so challenging, who would have thought it takes so much to get weight off and how long it takes? All my life, I've been heavy. When I was in the military, I fought with this. When I was a diver, I fought with this. When I'm a father and a dad and a husband, I'm fighting with it nonstop. I just sat down with my wife. I had a half a piece of lasagna, and I'm full. And the one habit that I'm finding that's a challenge is not drinking after a meal or during a meal, washing down that food, right? I poured myself a glass. I had to walk away from the glass of water because I know it wasn't right. So I guess I'm going to leave you here today with that one quote, right? Consider how hard it is to change yourself. I'm going to spend probably the majority of the week thinking about this one while I'm logging. And from there, I'll see you next week. Good luck. Good weight loss this week, guys. And let's lose those pounds for ourselves, right? All right. See you later.